like to discuss whether or not having children actually makes you happy. Personally, I have no children. I am 27 years old, and I have no intention of having a child within the next 5 years. I love and adore kids. I'm a preschool teacher. It is my job. But I have way too many personal goals, and I definitely plan to achieve them. I believe having a child right now would seem more of like an obstacle rather than a blessing. So why have it? I was reading an article from the Washington Post. It was a study to find what life events bring the least happiness. These life events ranged from divorce, death of a partner, to unemployment, and to surprisingly, the birth of a first child brings the most dissatisfaction to your life. Now, I want to know why. I think it really equates to reality versus expectation of being a parent. Even before your kid comes, you're so excited. You're picking out names, you're getting your nursery ready, you're wondering if it's going to have your eyes or your partner's nose. You're getting excited for holidays, showing off your baby, cute clothes, photo shoots, going to school functions. What are they going to be like? But when reality hits and that baby comes, it is a huge responsibility. It changes your life. That child depends on you, and it will depend on you for many, many, many years. And not only will your whole life change, but you'll change. Your partner will change, and your relationship will change. And I don't think that people really take that into account. The study goes on to conclude that parents who are older than 30 and have higher education are the individuals showing a larger loss of well-being. So that finding really correlates with a video from D News called "Women Without Kids Are Smarter." It goes on to say that for every 15 additional IQ points a woman has, her maternal urge drops 25%, and that the more advanced degrees a woman has, the least children she has. So I really just want to think that women who are educated are focused on their education, their career, and they really feel fulfilled with who they are. Maybe they think that having a child would, of course, change who they are and change their life, and maybe they're just happy how they are. While reading through literature and gender, I stumbled across Anne Panning's The Mother. In it, the narrator goes on her first solo trip since she becomes a mother, and she really welcomes the lack of responsibility. She enjoys her time alone. She writes, "I am torn. A deep, almost primal urge to get back to my child, smell him, hold him, feel his small hands, and another urge, competing to live in California in a light and airy house with eucalyptus trees and an open porch and childless friends who make sangrias on Saturday afternoons and eat tapas." Now that really sounds like a good life. I mean, if you're a single fitness blogger, that's your ideal life. As she basks in her aloneness, she buys a stylish pair of eyeglasses. She thinks she doesn't look like a mom. So that just means that she doesn't think moms are stylish, and that she, as a mother, it just isn't stylish. Jump forward to when she arrives back from her trip, back to reality, back to motherhood, and she sees a reflection of herself. She's wearing the once adored eyeglasses, but this time she's holding her child. She writes, "My bangs are cut very short, and my California eyeglasses look almost bright orange, too European, too West Coast, too something. Holding a toddler in a flannel shirt and overalls on my arms, I am completely mismatched with my life. An imposter, a stand-in, a woman I barely recognize." Now, as I said before, I am not a mother. However, I do realize that motherhood would change my complete being. And maybe that's not what the narrator expected. Maybe she expected that she would just be this good-looking, stylish woman who would be able to upkeep herself. Whereas, as a mother, you put your luxuries, yourself, your freedom, your individuality on the back burner. Your sole focus is your family, your child, but maybe she just didn't understand that. maybe she just thought that she was always going to be this same person. So I think maybe the narrator from that text is just thinking she's having a wave of nostalgia. She misses her former self, and maybe she doesn't want to get to know her new self. Maybe she's actually regretting having a child. Maybe she felt a little bit more free and happy to be her before she had this baby. I'm not really saying don't have a kid. I'm just suggesting that do not have a child just because it feels like it's your biological right. You wake up and you're older than 30 and you're thinking the time's running out. You have to have a kid now, and if you don't have a kid now, you might regret it later. But in fact, you might regret having that kid altogether. Instead, focus on yourself. Focus on education, your career, and if you get those baby urges, go talk to your friends and family members with babies. They'll tell you what it's like. They might even let you babysit their kid. That will be a great sneak peek into motherhood. In 1988, 61% of people said those without children had empty lives. That percentage dropped to 41% in 2002. I'm not saying don't have kids. I'm just saying that maybe kids aren't the answer to your happy ending. Maybe they're not going to fulfill you as you once thought they were. Thank you.